Over the past year, we have seen the hype train for the American Express Gold speed up as well as crash. And in this video, we're going to talk about why the American Express Gold might not be for everyone. And that is okay. And the first thing we need to talk about to address this trend is the rise in popularity. Through the years 2023 and 2024, the popularity for the American Express Gold was at all-time highs, not only for its massive sign-up bonuses, but its 4x multipliers both in groceries and dining. But the biggest selling point was that this credit card essentially had a $0 effective annual fee. Now, this is a term, guys, you hear thrown around substantially. $0 effective annual fee essentially means that if you utilize every single credit on this credit card correctly, you are essentially getting paid to hold a premium dining and restaurant credit card in your wallet year after year. The credits in question to make this credit card a $0 effective annual fee are unfortunately given in 12 monthly installments. Instead of one big lump sum, American Express gives you a credit month after month, so you have to be extremely consistent to make sure that you are extracting value out of each and every one of these credits. And the credits in question are a $10 Uber credit that can either be utilized on Uber Eats or Uber. You can get a $10 dining credit that can be utilized at restaurants such as Five Guys, or you can utilize it on Grubhub, which is my personal favorite. You're also going to get a $50 biannual Resi credit that all you need to do is eat at a Resi restaurant, and you are credited a statement balance of $50 every 6 months. And the last credit is a $84 annually Dunkin' Donuts credit given in $7 increments. So if we tally up all of these benefits, we're going to get $120 in Uber credits, $120 in dining credits, $84 in Dunkin' Donuts, and $100 in Resi, totaling $424 worth of credits versus the $325 annual fee. So as we can see, we're getting close to $100 in value on this credit card, even before we take into consideration the 4x multipliers both in groceries and dining. After taking a deep dive in these credits, you guys can see where I believe the first downfall of the AMEX Gold in popularity occurred. Many people applied for this credit card for its shiny sign-up bonus or from the recommendation of their favorite YouTuber, but they failed to realize that 3 of these 4 credits need to be utilized on a monthly basis, meaning that you need to keep track of them, especially if you are not someone that dines out frequently, to ensure that you are capturing your $0 effective annual fee. For someone like myself, guys, I look forward to these credits month after month, so they are zero hassle. On the first of every month, I order a latte at my favorite restaurant for pickup via Uber Eats. I usually order Subway for pickup because it falls under that $10 threshold. And I get my lattes from Dunkin' Donuts 2 times a month without any hassle. But if you are someone that does not dine out frequently or doesn't use a lot of these apps, you can start to see this annual fee creep up on you very, very quickly, especially after you have spent your sign-up bonus. Another large issue with these credits is that 2 of them are heavily geographically dependent, and that is the Dunkin' Donuts as well as the Resi credit. Resi specifically, if you do not live in a Resi-dominated area like Miami, New York City, Chicago, California, it can be a hassle to utilize this credit correctly. And I am a firm believer that you should not adopt your lifestyle to adapt to a credit card. It should be the opposite. So if you are having to drive an hour and a half to the closest Resi restaurant, if you live in somewhere that isn't Resi dominated, it is time to cancel this credit card immediately. The same thing with Dunkin' Donuts. I saw a lot of people complaining either in comment sections of videos or on the initial announcement of the AMEX Gold that the nearest Dunkin' to them is 30 minutes. I for sure am not driving an extended amount of time to spend a $7 credit. The biggest decline in popularity, especially here in the YouTube space, came with the recent refresh of the American Express Gold. And if you are unfamiliar what refresh means in American Express terms, that means that they're going to add additional credits while hiking up the annual fee. We saw these with the Hilton co-branded credit cards, the Delta American Express credit cards, and now the American Express Gold. This is where we saw the addition of the Resi credit as well as the Dunkin' Donuts credit while they hiked the annual fee from $250 to $325. So a lot of these issues that I spoke about in the previous part of this video came even to the surface for many, many people because they are having issues justifying the $250 annual fee. So a $325 annual fee was an instant cancel for them. And that is okay. I always recommend users that when you have a credit card that inflates past your kind of threshold for annual fee or lifestyle, it is time to cancel that credit card immediately. And coming from personal experience, guys, Amex will continue to get away with this. While we saw a great uproar and kind of canceling of the credit cards from some of even the biggest credit card YouTubers, I like to remind people that we in the credit card points and miles space are the minority. We are the minority of credit card kind of sign up bonus maximizers, as well as utilizing all of these credits. I can talk from personal experience. I have about between 6 and 10 friends with the Amex Gold, and they had zero idea, number one, that their annual fee increased. Number two, that they now have a Resi credit that they need to activate. And number three, that Dunkin' Donuts or any of the other credits on their credit exist, which is insane. And that is because American Express has that household name. Not only just the name, but the notoriety. So people want these credit cards solely for their appearance, which again, for us in the points and miles game, is absurd. We get these credit cards to maximize the benefits and kind of adopt them into their lifestyle. There is a large population of people that utilize American Express credit cards solely for their ease of use, their kind of notoriety, as well as their customer service, which does have a price tag to it, guys. Putting the scrutiny for this credit card aside, I do want to highlight that it is still the probably number one earner in my entire credit card rotation. And it cannot be looked beyond because it has a 4x back on groceries as well as dining. And as we know, especially in the United States, these are two of the largest areas of spend for a large amount of households. So if you can maximize your spend on this credit card and make these credits apply to your lifestyle, or if they already do, then this credit card is a slam dunk. And the best part is that if this credit card doesn't apply to your lifestyle, guys, there is a numerous amount of replacements that you can choose from and get kind of relatively similar to these multipliers. And the number one credit card to highlight is the Capital One Saver Card. This is a $0 annual fee credit card that is going to get you very similar to the American Express Gold, as it's going to come with a 3x back on dining as well as groceries, plus a couple other multipliers such as entertainment. So this is an amazing credit card that I recommend to many individuals that do not kind of qualify for that premium dining credit card, but still want to capture that elevated multiplier on these areas of spend that you need to capitalize if you are part of the points and miles game. If you're still on the fence for the American Express Gold, the number one thing I need you to do is review your spending habits. Do not solely make your decision based off of a YouTube video. And I'll be the first to say, guys, I consume a large amount of credit card content here on YouTube. But this is the basis of my decision. It's always super important to review your financial statements and see if this premium credit card is going to get you tangible benefits when you compare it to a $0 annual fee credit card. And if you can make these expenses work for you as well as the credits, this credit card is a no-brainer. Because if those credits fit into your lifestyle organically, this is legitimately a $0 effective annual fee credit card. But the second that you need to start to adjust your lifestyle and force yourself to order Uber Eats, force yourself to eat at Five Guys, and force yourself to eat at a Resi restaurant, it is time to cancel this credit card because no credit card is worth adopting a new lifestyle over, and the benefits will not outweigh the kind of hassle that you are going through. Well, guys, that is my personal opinion on the American Express Gold. I believe this credit card still has a large population that loves this credit card, me included. But a large amount of people also fell victim to kind of getting this credit card and letting it inflate past their lifestyle. It is very important to identify this before it happens, guys, so you do not kind of become a slave to your annual fee. The credit card game is supposed to be fun. You're supposed to get benefits from it, such as travel or cash back. And the second that you're kind of living for a credit card, you need to slam that cancel button immediately. But guys, if you enjoyed this content, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe as it directly supports my channel. And I release credit card content here on YouTube regularly. And if you want another American Express Gold content, I got one right here for you.